Hello, my name is Miriam Zahid, and my speech will be about reducing food waste in communities. Did you guys know that in America it is estimated that 30 to 40% of food goes to waste? That is almost $161 billion of food that goes to waste. Imagine how many people we could feed with that money. Now, there's three problems to that. Problem number one, food waste is really important to climate change as it is a major contributor to it. For example, according to the US Environmental Protection Agency, when food is up in the landfill, it produces methane and even more potent greenhouse gases that ultimately affect the climate. When food is being produced or even transported, it produces so much carbon dioxide that it is equivalent to 42 coal-fired power plant CO2 emissions. Second, food waste worsens hunger and food insecurity. According to Feeding America, 47 million people face food insecurity, and 1 in 5 of those people are children. In 2023 alone, 50 million people were reaching out for food. Number three, food waste is economically costly to family and businesses. An average American family wastes more than $15,000 worth of food every year, while businesses lose millions. Now, given that this is such a huge problem, how can we address these issues? Well, local communities can one start their own they can start or enact policies to ensure food recovery programs, or they could do like composting of food wastes. For the food recovery programs, they can distribute excess food from from the restaurants and grocery stores. And also, if people donate anything, they can always like distribute that to people in need. For the composting of food waste, there could be bins all around like the community or even given to each household so that they could throw their vegetable slash like fruit scraps in there, and from there an organization or like the company can collect those and make compost out of it to help grow healthier foods in farms or even like community gardens. Now these can help reduce methane emissions and improve food access and affordability for both families and businesses. Food recovery programs can be too costly, and maybe some people might not take initiative or even participate in separating vegetable or fruit scraps from like regular trash. And laziness is always a problem for many things. So it's just the thing is that people might be lazy and not take initiative or like participate in trying to lessen food waste. But the thing is that programs like Too Good to Go and Feeding America have shown that keeping costs down can be achievable by getting volunteers and technology to make process manageable and cost effective. My school requires every student to do at least 100 volunteer hours. So if these like organizations advertise in the right places, like going to high schools and letting them know that we need volunteers, they can easily get volunteers. And also, San Francisco managed to reduce landfill contribution by 80% due to the composting and food recovery mandates imposed over there. If we start imposing any of those like mandatory things they impose, our landfill and we can reduce our landfill by a law, just like them. So what would it look like if we implemented these solutions? Imagine a world where we take action and our communities flourish, landfills decrease in size, and no person has to go hungry. With the solution, there would be cleaner air, healthier communities, and more food for those in need. But if we don't do these things, um, our future will like have overflowing waste, increasing population, increasing pollution, and growing hunger. There would be overflowing landfills, worsening climate change, and growing food insecurity. So, how would things change? All the local communities would flourish, and businesses would save money by donating all their excess food. And then the society would benefit because then families in need would have would have access to food, and pollution would go less. So everybody will have better health conditions. But what might happen if we don't act? If we don't act, there would be bad climate change with rising global temperatures, losses in the economy, and more food insecurity. It's obvious that the world would be a better place if we reduce food waste. You might be wondering how you can help the cause. Join the call to fight against food waste and try your best to donate. You guys can volunteer at shelters or food organizations, start composting, and advocate. Volunteers will help the cost of the organization and help supply the food to those who need it. Composting the food will help the landfills, and advocating will spread the awareness and the message. By reducing food waste, we are protecting our environment, strengthening our economy, and fighting hunger. The food we waste could save so many lives, so why not make a difference one meal at a time and help those in need? Thank you.